Thanks for sitting down with me. I want you to know I don't take this lightly. You've been carrying an enormous load, and I see that. You stepped up when others couldn't, covered extra shifts, done jobs outside your role. That effort hasn't gone unnoticed.
I hear you saying that, but honestly, it doesn't feel like it matters. I'm still drowning. Every week, I'm stuck with doubles, covering 2 or 3 roles, and no one above us is doing a thing to fix it.
I can tell how heavy this feels for you, and you're right. Leadership hasn't approved the requests I've made for better pay or more staffing. I pushed for those changes because I know the pressure you and the others are under. It frustrates me too.
Yeah, but you still go home at a reasonable time. You don't have to do 14 hours and then come back at 6 in the morning. You don't know what it's like to drag yourself in here barely able to stand.
You're right. I don't experience the shifts exactly as you do, but I see it in your face, in your energy, in how hard you work. And I know it's not sustainable. That's why I wanted this conversation, not to dismiss what you're saying, but to talk about whether we can find any way to make it less unbearable.
We've had these talks before. Nothing changes. That's why I speak up in meetings. But then I get told I'm dragging morale down. What do you want from me, Maggie? To smile and say everything's fine?
No, not at all. I want you to keep being honest, but the way frustrations are expressed in front of others can discourage them further. They look up to you, and when you sound hopeless, they feel hopeless. That's why I thought maybe we could redirect some of that energy privately so meetings stay focused on solutions.
Solutions? Like what? We've been solutioning for months now, but the reality is we're short staffed and underpaid. That's a core problem, and unless that changes, nothing matters.
You're right, those are core issues. Unfortunately, I can't change them directly. But there are other factors we can control: fairness in scheduling, recognition, workload distribution, small morale boosters. They're not fixes, but they can ease the strain.
That just feels like putting a band aid on a broken leg. You want me to stick around for pizza parties and a rotation chart when I can barely pay my bills?
I hear you, and I don't want to offer you superficial solutions. That's why I'm asking, is there anything that would make this role more manageable for you short of raises or new staff?
Honestly, no. The hours are killing me, the pay doesn't match the work, and I look at my friends who've left town. They're working less, earning more, and not breaking themselves like I am. Why should I stay?
That's a fair question, and honestly, I can't answer it for you. What I can say is that you're vital here. You're one of the hardest workers we have, and your leaving would put more stress on everyone else. You're a leader, even if you don't see yourself that way.
I know. That's the only thing keeping me here. Not wanting to let the others down. But Maggie, I've reached my breaking point.
I hear that, and if I can, I'd like to pause on an idea of leadership. Right now, your effort is enormous, but the reward doesn't feel equal. That imbalance breeds frustration. What if I could adjust things so at least within the department you feel a little more balance? Like redistributing the work tasks, giving you more say in scheduling, offering more recognition.
But at the end of the day, I'd still be tired and underpaid. I'd still be doing the work of 3 people. It's not balance, it's just rearranging the imbalance.
You're right, and I don't want to minimize that. Let me ask a different question. When you think about your future, what do you want your work to look like?
I want to have energy left when I get home. I want to actually see my family instead of collapsing on the couch. I want to do one job well, not 3 jobs halfway. And yeah, I want to be paid fairly.
Those are completely reasonable desires, and you deserve them. I can't promise this role will give you those things right now, which makes me a little worried. Are you thinking about leaving?
Yes, I've been thinking about it for a while. And unless something major changes, I don't see myself staying.
That's hard to hear, but I respect your honesty. Let me ask, what would it take to keep you here? Is there any scenario where you'd reconsider?
If management approve raises and hire more staff, maybe. But I don't believe they'll do it. So no, Maggie, nothing else would make me stay.
I wish I had the power to change that for you. I've petitioned, I've argued, I've tried. But I know from your perspective that doesn't matter if the outcome doesn't change.
Exactly. And it's not just me. Everyone's frustrated. I just happen to be the one saying it out loud.
That's true. And part of why I wanted to talk to you is because you are the one saying it out loud. You influence the tone of the group. When you're frustrated, understandably so, it spreads. And I don't think you mean to discourage people, but it does.
Yeah, I've noticed people go quiet when I speak. I guess I don't want to be that person either.
I know you don't. That's why I hoped we could find a way forward together. But if your mind is made up, if leaving is truly what's best for your well-being, I'll respect that.
It is. I can't keep sacrificing myself like this. I've given a lot to this place, but I need to take care of myself now.
I understand. It's not the outcome I wanted, but I respect your decision. And I'll make sure you leave with the recognition you deserve. I'll write you a strong reference because your work ethic and dedication should be acknowledged.
Thanks, Maggie. I appreciate that. I didn't want it to come to this.
Neither did I, but I'm grateful for everything you've given while you were here. You've made a difference, even if it doesn't feel like that right now.
Thank you.